Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done since Michael Jordan.
Remember when Michael Jordan was the biggest name in sports, and everything he did set the standard? Well, now there's a new star shaking things up, and this time it's in the WNBA. Meet Caitlin Clark. She's changing the game and grabbing everyone's...
This is a unique moment. Caitlin Clark did WNBA what Wayne Gretzky did for the NHL when he went to the LA.
You might be wondering, okay, another talented player. What's the big deal? Here's the exciting part. Caitlin Clark isn't just increasing jersey sales. She's packing arenas like never before. Imagine this, tickets selling out in just minutes. It's almost unbelievable. Even Wilson couldn't resist seeing the Caitlin Clark excitement for herself.
Caitlin Clark just did something nobody has done since Michael Jordan. Wilson Sporting Goods signed the WNBA star to a multi-year deal. She's the first female athlete to have her own collection with Wilson, and it will be built similar to Jordan's collection.
That's right. Wilson made a historic deal with Caitlin Clark. And here's the kicker. She's not just the first woman to land a deal like this. She's only the second person ever, right after Michael Jordan. Caitlin Clark is building her own legacy, and this is only the beginning.
Today, Wilson unveiled Caitlin Clark's signature basketball, making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball from Wilson.
Let's talk about Caitlin Clark's impact on the market. You've seen those limited edition sneakers fly off the shelves in minutes, right? Well, Clark took it even further. Her signature basketballs sold tens of thousands in just 40 minutes, gone in no time. The buzz around them was incredible. Can you picture the hype?
The first Wilson dropped the first Clark-inspired basketball. It sold out in under 40 minutes. Tens of thousands of basketballs snapped up almost instantly.
What makes these basketballs so special? They're not your average balls. They celebrate Clark's iconic college career. Each one features a white and gold design, laser engraved with her most unforgettable moments, making you feel like you're holding a piece of basketball history. And here's the best part. There are 3 different versions to collect.
The collection is called the Limitless Series and features 3 basketballs, all with unique designs celebrating her legacy.
First, there's the Free Up Ball, then the Record Breaker Ball, which definitely lives up to its name. And last but not least, the Crowd Maestro Ball. Each one highlights a different chapter of Clark's journey, showcasing key moments from her legendary college career. But she's not stopping there. Clark has also partnered with Hive, a huge $1.155 billion company. Together, they're launching 2 more balls, the Tribute and the Dreamer. It's clear, Caitlin Clark is making a huge impact in the basketball world.
They just had this go, and this is the Hy-Vee Instagram account. Again, Wilson, Caitlin Clark, really smart, very cool video, lots of smiling faces.
So why Caitlin Clark, and why now? Wilson didn't choose her by accident. They saw her as more than just an amazing athlete. And the Lamb, Wilson's global brand head, put it perfectly. Caitlin Clark isn't just breaking records, she's becoming a cultural icon and changing the game. Clark isn't just playing basketball, she's shaping its culture. And Wilson is fully backing her for all the right reasons. With years of experience in the basketball world, including providing the NBA with official game balls and taking over the WNBA contract in 2020, Wilson is now making Caitlin Clark the face of their brand in women's basketball. It's a bold move that shows how much they believe in her star power.
They're ready to go. They're waiting for the clock to tick down. That is Caitlin Clark, folks. That is Caitlin Clark and her fandom. And Wilson completely understood it and embraced it.
Caitlin Clark isn't just growing her own brand or Wilson's, she's breaking down barriers in sports marketing. Her success is proving that women's sports aren't just a sideshow, they're the main attraction. She's showing the world that female athletes are just as exciting, marketable, and valuable as their male counterparts. Clark's influence on the WNBA is huge, creating waves no one expected. Now, let's talk about the viewership. The numbers are in, and they're so impressive that some people are double-checking to make sure they're accurate. Clark is tripling the audience. We're talking millions. It's hard to believe, but here's the truth. A rookie comes in, and suddenly the league is more popular than ever.
I knew Caitlin Clark was marketable, but she's been put over some pretty big names. In fact, some worldwide, huge, international names. 2 of them being Messi and Ronaldo.
Here's where it gets really exciting. Caitlin Clark is bringing in fans who've never watched women's basketball before. People who wouldn't even know what the WNBA is are now tuning in just to watch her play. That's the kind of star power that changes the game. Even Mike Breen, the voice of the NBA, has noticed.
And when you take into stock the fact that outside of Kevin Durant, aging superstar, LeBron James, damn near 40 years old, and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark's impact goes far beyond the basketball court. On TV and social media, she's a sensation. Her posts are getting more engagement than some Hollywood stars. Fans can't get enough of her, whether she's hitting three-pointers or sharing glimpses of her life off the court. You might be wondering, okay, she's popular, but what does that mean? Here's the big reveal. Caitlin Clark is the fourth most marketable athlete in the world, not just in women's basketball or the WNBA, but globally. That puts her right alongside the biggest names in all sports.
According to Sports Pro, Caitlin Clark is the fourth most marketable athlete in the world. Yeah, not just female athlete, not just in the United States, but in the entire world.
Caitlin Clark is making waves when it comes to turning her marketability into earnings. As a rookie in the WNBA, she's already pulling in over $11 million, mostly from endorsements. That kind of money is unheard of for someone just getting started.
But you can see here, she's likely not worried about a rookie contract. She's already a marketing superstar. She signed an 8-year, $28 million deal with Nike, and she's unrivaled league offer $1 million a year to play, which she turned down. She's building a massive brand, which is why she can charge a cool $100K for every quick.
With all this success, you'd think everyone would be thrilled. After all, when one person rises, it should lift everyone, right? But that's not quite the case. Some people in the WNBA aren't too pleased with all the attention Caitlin Clark is getting, and it's creating tension in the league. Why? Well, that's a whole other story. We're about to dive into Clark's rise in the WNBA, and it's sparking some serious drama. Why are some players acting like she's taken something from them? The answer might surprise you, and it's about more than just what happens on the court.
The idea of some players being jealous, yes, that probably exists.
Okay.
To me, yeah, jealous, sure. I mean, would you be jealous of somebody that got $28 million a shoe deal or whatever the deal is before you step foot in the front?
Caitlin Clark's arrival in the WNBA is making waves. Some veteran players aren't exactly giving her a warm welcome on the court. The competition is getting fierce. Players are guarding Clark like she's the last slice of pizza at a party. It's intense, it's personal, and it's got everyone talking.
The only B's out there I see are the B's that are being dramatic about Caitlin Clark. That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room.
So why all the tension? It comes down to money. Caitlin Clark's rookie salary is $76,500 for the season. Not bad, right? But here's the catch. Her total earnings actually exceed $11 million, mostly from endorsements. This huge gap between her salary and her endorsement income is creating some friction. Veteran players, who have worked for years fighting for respect and recognition, are watching a rookie make more from endorsements than some of them earn in their whole careers. Can you see why they might be frustrated?
You see why I had to go off on the likes of Cheryl Swoops and others who were clearly distant and dismissive of her, no matter how much they try to deny it? There was resentment toward
the WNBA locker room has turned into a pressure cooker. On one side, you've got Caitlin Clark, breaking records and drawing millions of new fans. On the other, there are veteran players who feel like their years of hard work and contributions are being overlooked.
Give shine, you want to give love to others other than her. Just say what you truly feel. Sisters, black women, who are absolutely fantastic in helping to build the WNBA, did not receive the shine, the acclaim, the allure, the attention, the marketing, and everything else with it that they richly deserve. And there are very, very few people, but there are some out there who resent the fact that this young white girl came out there.
Even Charles Barkley is weighing in on the tension. He called out how some WNBA players are treating Clark, saying it's unacceptable and pointing to the jealousy sparked by her endorsements and instant fame. When Sir Charles speaks, people pay attention.
But there's been so much negativity, and a lot of it is Just petty jealousness.
So what does all this mean for the WNBA? Will Caitlin Clark's rise bring the league together or cause more division? She's changing the way people watch basketball, how it's marketed, and how women's sports are valued. The big question now is, will the rest of the league rise to meet her, or will the tension keep building? We're witnessing history in the making, and how this plays out is anyone's guess. Even Michael Jordan, the GOAT himself, has spoken about Caitlin Clark. Can you believe it? The greatest basketball player of all time is talking about a WNBA rookie. That's just how special Clark is.
If I told you a WNBA rookie was out here doing what no one thought was possible and outshining the great Michael Jordan's legacy, how would you react? Caitlin Clark is the girl flipping the script. Her rookie numbers are ridiculous. Fans, analysts, and even Michael
Jordan's words weren't just praise. They were a call to action for the entire league. He shared how lucky he felt seeing kids dribbling with Clark's signature ball, calling it a passing of the torch. He even challenged the WNBA to acknowledge Clark's impact, saying the league owes her a lot for what she's done for the game. Now, you might be wondering, what makes Clark so special that even Jordan is taking notice? Here's where it gets really interesting. Caitlin Clark isn't just following in anyone's footsteps, she's creating her own path. She's redefining what's possible for women in sports, showing that a female athlete can have the same star power and marketability as the biggest names in men's sports.
You know well enough that in 1984, when Michael Jordan came into the NBA, the ratings in the NBA were not great, and the games are now getting put, all of his games are on TV, and he just was a polarizing figure, and Tiger Woods was like that when he went to the PGA as well. He changed the total economics of golf the same way Michael Jordan changed the financial economics of the NBA.
Caitlin Clark's impact goes far beyond breaking records on the court. She's changing the entire game. People are predicting she could become a global icon with the same worldwide appeal as the biggest sports stars in history. Can you imagine a women's basketball player reaching that level of fame? That's the kind of change we're seeing. So what does this mean for the future of women's basketball? It feels like we're witnessing the beginning of a new era. Clark is setting a new standard, showing that women's basketball can be just as exciting, popular, and profitable as men's.